Hello, folks. It's Pax for breakfast on this beautiful Sunday morning. A little bit snowed in where I'm at, but otherwise doing good. Uh, Box of 1997 Upper Deck in front of me with good old Ken Griffey Jr. going on there. Speaking of juniors, Randy, how are you doing?
Juniors? Oh no. And it's not snowed in where I am. I'm in somewhere in Aruba on a beautiful desert island there. So it's like I don't even know what snow looks like. That's where I am this weekend.
Well,
So I won't be into work Monday.
it's kind of funny that I live just on the other side of town from me, and got about 20 inches of snow, whereas I don't think you really got that much at all, did you?
No, I think we maybe got 8 total. And for you not living that far away, it's like it's weird how we got. I mean, it's like, and it barely stuck to the roads either.
Well, the beautiful part is it went away quick enough. I mean, it started to melt right as the once the snow stopped and the sun came out a little bit, it started to melt and made it a little bit better, but it didn't stop snowing till like noon, so just kind of hung around the house, didn't get out get a donut. So today we got some Pop Tarts.
Like Pop Tarts, they're the original. Oh, kid. Wait, I wonder what came first, the Pop Tart or the Hot Pocket?
Probably the Pop Tart, but
I would say probably the Pop Tart came first.
um, this this happens to be a cherry one, which is my favorite. Just it seems to be a hot debate. What's your favorite flavor?
Oh, I was always chocolate.
Some people,
I was always chocolate. It's like I still like cherry and strawberry. They were always good, but man, chocolate was my favorite.
I just never understood the unfrosted one. I never got that.
Well, it's like communists eat those, I think, because they're just not used to all the perks and bonuses of being in a place of freedom. So it's like they figure they have to have a plain Pop Tart. They
No,
can't have that delicious frosting on top.
not for me. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, no, I'm not eating one without the frosting. I'd probably try to buy frosting and just spread it on top. It's like this needs something else. I don't
So
know. Put jelly on it.
just buy some icing and put it over top. All right, there.
It's like there's got to be something on top. Put butter on top, put cinnamon and sugar. I don't know. I'm putting something. There's no way I'm eating it plain on top.
So we were talking about this um, back in 1997. This hobby box cost 19.99, which is kind of interesting because we looked up the price of a hobby box now, and inflation, obviously things are going to be more expensive over the years, but it was kind of impressive that a hobby box now you're talking $100 to
Yeah,
150.
I mean that's an insane amount of inflation to get a 2024 box right now that would cost that much.
I guess it's all about the time. I mean, 97 it was kind of in the crash, outside of the crash of the junk wax era. So, I mean, that could be a part of it, but
Well, and also 90, I think the 97, because this would have been for the 96 season, which I don't think we were yet into the baseball's recovery of having McGuire and Sosa, because I thought that was 97 they did that. So, I mean, the cards would have been released the year Sosa and McGuire kind of brought baseball back.
yeah, 97 was one of their big years. Was 98.
Actually, it was 98, so we were still 2 years away from it.
Oh, that's right, because we're in 96. So.
Yep. So yeah, we were still. It's like baseball was still struggling at this point. People were still mad, and they hadn't come back yet into the stands and really started watching again. It wasn't until '98 when Sosa and McGuire captured America's imagination of a home run race we never thought we'd see.
Well, they're cool packs. Like that.
What kind of writing do they have? Do they have gold writing? Are they going to be tough to see?
I hope not. I don't actually know yet on these because I haven't really looked into them too much. They just showed up the other day, and all right, let's get them on the show. But
it's like, all right, look at that.
I think as a kid, I would have enjoyed that. I would have been excited by it.
Well, I'll tell you, that is a '90s looking pack, though.
Oh yeah,
that is just a '90s. If you were in the '90s, that is a '90s. Look at the word that says crash or whatever, how it's all janky and has a big, colorful starburst behind it and the alternating colors. I mean, it's like right there. It's like you need to go watch right now. I feel like watching an episode of Saved by the Bell. I don't know why.
Saved by the Bell. Let's see. We've got You Crashed the Game, which was an instant win thing. We got Big Shots, Big Challenge, Gold Signature Edition, Host of the Town, New Frontier Interleague Challenge. There's quite a few inserts that we could get of this particular set. I don't remember it. I was more of a Topps guy back in '97, so.
Yeah, we'll see. We're about to see what are these cards readable? Are they?
Oh yeah, they're fine.
So far, they look good.
Yeah, they're fine. Camera every week on you.
It's like it wants to do the background and does not want to focus on the thing that's right in front of it, which is just odd.
That's odd. We'll get it there though.
Because you would think the closest thing to the camera is the thing it should really want to look at.
Okay, well, first off, these are very, very legible.
Yeah, they are. It's like they're very easy to.
Mr. Troy O'Leary to start, but look at that. Backwards and forwards. Looks like that's the game.
But I think that's an upper deck thing. Because it's like even the other upper deck, the 92s or 91s I watched you open, it's like they were all janky like that.
Mr. Mark Hutton.
I'm not choosing. I'm not choosing that guy as my starting pitcher.
Throwing some sweat off of it. Kind of a gross picture.
It's like, they get him in like the 6th inning or something. It's like after he's thrown 100 pitches.
All right, we got Andrew Jones, hot list. So this would be an insert card. It's kind of a little bit foil. So that's a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's like Andrew Jones was a very good player for a long time for the Braves. I think he played center field a lot. They just called him kind of an outfielder, but
I mean, you can't really tell.
I just wonder. It's like because it's like they wanted what?
Trying to see the card because it's an interesting one. It's definitely like I don't think Andrew Jones is going on a ball.
No, he was a center fielder though. He had 434 home runs. His batting average was 254. But I mean, he had a really long career. He played forever. He played like 17 years total, but some of it was with Japan.
This is kind of cool. It's a rookie class, so kind of a rookie card, which is it's a fun design. I like it.
Yeah, it's a nice looking card. It's a nice looking. And was Aaron Boone a rookie that year, or were they paying homage to him being a rookie? Because
Oh,
isn't he the current Yankees manager?
yeah, looks like it was. Uh,
It's like, do we tell him that he loses the World Series?
beware, Aaron Boone.
Yeah, beware, Aaron Boone. In about 27 years, you're going to lose the World Series to the Dodgers.
Yeah, we got Mark Grace, good player.
It's like, well, I'll tell you, it's like Aaron Boone's spouse is quite the looker. Mark Grace's might have been too, but I'm not going to look that up. Aaron Boone's wife just happened to be on where I was looking up.
Mark
It's
Grace,
like,
Mark Grace in this picture looks like a fatter faced Tom Brady.
yeah, he kind of does. Now he didn't have the baseball career equivalent,
No,
you know, that Tom Brady had as a football player, but you know, he was a Cubby in the era where I love the Cubs, and it's like he moved on to other teams.
Tony Womack.
Tony Tony Womack, you know, second baseman, we're always thin at second base. I don't know if Tony Womack could
I don't think
be the guy that ends up on be the guy that ends up on the wall. It's like, oh my God, we got Tony Womack. That
solid.
could be our Scott Laius.
It's a solid catcher.
Mike Lieberthal. I'm not even sure if he was a solid catcher.
I know, but he's a catcher.
He's a catcher. It's like, no, Tony Womack does not get to be on the wall. 36 home runs in his career. He did have 363 stolen bases.
Arce, I don't know.
Here's the thing. They've got a picture of him where it looks like he's still in the bullpen. What does that tell you?
All right. Well, he might. I mean,
Well, that right there is the starting shortstop.
yeah, I think it's a cool card too. All Star.
It is a cool card. I like that.
Yankees
I like
All Star.
that red top. And he's still a Mariner there.
Right. All right. Well, he's gonna go.
That's a good shortstop right there. We're not going to have to go with the no-hitting Ozzie Smith.
Well, it's nice that we got like 2 inserts in that pack. So I mean, shoot.
Yeah. But no checklist. I think that would have made the pack perfect if it would have had the checklist.
All right.
We need a checklist.
Kevin Foster.
He was supposed, I remember, it's like the only thing I remember about Kevin Foster is I remember when they were bringing him up, he was supposed to be a very good pitcher coming up from the minors. They were excited about Kevin Foster in Chicago, and he didn't quite do it. Juan Mello. Now we know Aaron Boone. We know Aaron Boone had a pretty good career. Juan Mello. I'm gonna have to look up Juan Mello.
Yeah, let's look him up because it's a fun name.
I'm curious about Juan Mello. I don't remember the name even. Okay, so here's the fun part. So his MLB debut was in September 2nd, 2000. This guy hadn't even played had not played yet. He was a switch hitter. His last game was October 1st, 2000. He played 1 month in the majors. He played 11 games with 13 at-bats and 1 hit.
Well,
That was his entire career.
as we like to say here on Packs for Breakfast, he got a baseball.
He got a baseball card. He got 13 at-bats. Oh, but that batting average, what is that, like 067 or something like that?
All right, you got your moment. Bye, Juan Mello.
Bye, Ron Mello. I'll miss you. No, I won't. I'm going to forget about you before this is over.
And you got the big hurt.
Always a great first baseman. He's when you look at his stats and you remember his career, he's quickly jumping up the list as like maybe out of all the first basemen that ever played, I'd probably Frank Thomas is going to be in my top 3 guys.
Did we have him already?
We have had Frank Thomas. In fact, he's come up a couple of times where it's like he seems to almost always, get Bagwell out of the picture.
Well, he's gonna go up just for
He's
now.
going to go up. Just it's like Frank. I like Frank Thomas though. It's like the more you think he was very good.
Another rookie class.
Heath Murray. All right, Heath Murray. Can you beat Juan Mello? See, I love looking up these players. These were players that that they were excited about back in the day, and it's like the Padres were going, "Oh, this is gonna be the guy. He's gonna be one of our greatest pitchers." And he had a little bit better career.
Okay.
He played from 97 to 2002. He was 2-15. And do you want to guess his ERA?
7.
It's high. What did you say?
Oh, I picked 7.
You were close. 6.41. He had 94 strikeouts. It's like, you know what? He played for a few years, played for 3 different teams, so other people were still giving him a chance.
Well, he was a Padres pitcher, so I'm assuming just for fun they threw him out in his first game at Coors Field, and that probably wrecked his.
Yeah, it probably wrecked him. It's like he had 13. He gave up 3 runs on 1 pitch.
All right, we got Brian McRae, who was a good
Hal
outfielder.
McRae's kid. That was Hal McRae's kid. Hal McRae that was the coach of the Royals. I think Brian McRae might have even went on to play for the Royals while Hal was there. But Brian was okay. I mean, he wasn't one of the greatest players ever, but not bad.
John Lieber.
John Lieber was a good pitcher. Not worthy of the wall, but it's like I remember he was always one of those guys that was pretty solid. He was like the solid version. He was a solid pitcher version of our solid catchers.
Solid pitcher.
The solid pitcher. Number 3 or 4 starter in your lineup. Unless he's a Rocky, then he'd be our number 1 starter.
We got a rookie debut, 96, Calvin Maduro.
Oh, was Calvin Maduro any good? You know
Let's
what?
see.
His name does not come up.
He was from Aruba.
Wow, he is screaming there. It's like his first picture that comes up, he's actually like screaming at us. He played for 6 seasons. He was 10-19, 5.78 ERA. So decent career. Phillies, Orioles.
And we got Tony Batista.
Oh, you know what? If he was doing that backwards, he could be Saquon Barkley.
That was pretty cool.
That was a pretty sick play. Did you know that Saquon Barkley said after he did that play, after the game, they drug tested him?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Saquon said, after that game, I got drug tested. Yeah, because that move was insanely sick. To get spun around, jump backwards over some dude and keep running. That is a sick move. One of the best runs. That's a Barry Sanders type run.
I do really like the picture, but if your card just says infield, probably not a good sign for you.
No, that means you never established yourself at any point on the diamond. Oh, look at that. 2 of those really cool cards and 2 great players.
Starting to wonder if this is a insert that we're going to see in all
it's like because you've had 2 for 2. So we'll see. But so far I like those cards. They're very nice looking.
They're easy to read. Everything is succinct with this set. I'm happy with it. I think it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna really like this set. It's Brent Brown, first base outfield.
Yay, Brent Brown.
He was a
You know,
Cubby.
he was a Cubby, but here's the thing: it's like even from that era, I don't remember them talking about Brent Brown. Like I could tell you that they talked about um, Foster because Foster was somebody they were looking forward to. Brent Brown never really came up as a, as somebody. He played for 4 seasons. He did have 45 home runs and a 247 average, not real good, but he played for 4 teams or 3 teams. He played for the Cubs twice. But yeah, I mean he was there. Good for him.
So we got Glendon Rush. He was a rookie class.
Glendon Rush, Kansas City Royals. You know, there can't be a lot of people out there named Glendon.
Yeah, probably
I mean,
not.
it's like that's what I want to know. Who names? I mean, Glendon. That is just a name I don't know if I've heard that name too many times in my life.
All right, Randy.
No, he played.
While you
Go ahead.
while you talk about Glendon Rush, I gotta get my kiddo set up. So tell the fan base here about Glendon.
It's like, all right, Glendon Rush. You're gonna get quite a bit of information about Glendon Rush right now. So his debut was April 6th, 1997 for the Kansas City Royals. He was a lefty. Here's the fun part. Glendon Rush is a future Rocky. So that was his last appearance in 2009. So Glendon Rush, for as much as I pick on him or make fun of him, he was 67 and 99, 5.04 ERA, had over 1,000 strikeouts. His ERA before he got to Coors Field was like 4, and then it just went up an entire freaking. He played 2 years for us. Funny, I don't remember this guy. It's like I don't remember Glendon Rush at all. Now I got to see what he did for us as a Rocky. What was his career like? So Glendon Rush, while he was with the Rockies in 2008 and 2009, he was total of 6-3 with us. 6-3. Oh, his ERA in his last year was 6.75. Oh, that is so bad. He was a relief pitcher in his last season with us. But yeah, like I said, his ERA was probably 4 something until he got to Coors Field, and then it jumped up because he had a 6.75 ERA in his last season. That's a Rockies pitcher for you.
He was a Rocky?
He was a Rocky for 2 years.
Oh. Well,
only appeared. Here's the thing: he only appeared in like 30 games ish for us in 2 seasons. So he didn't spend a lot of time, and he got lit up. So I'm guessing he didn't get to spend too much time.
All right. Well, that's all the time we can give him. That's it. That's all.
Well, that's a lot. He got more time than some of the all-stars. Oh, he's had plenty already. This will be the video where Glendon Rush gets 5 minutes talked about him in Mike Piazza. It's like, we know what Mike Piazza is.
Yeah.
But he's probably going to have to be our catcher for now. Let's see if we can find somebody to replace him.
We're going to have to say a solid catcher.
It's solid catcher with a lot of home runs.
Well, you can see in this card, he's starting to get a lot bigger.
Oh, yeah. He's not the tiny guy he was when we first saw his earlier cards.
Jose Guillen.
I think Jose Guillen was okay.
Well,
unless I'm thinking of another.
There was an Aussie. There was an Aussie Guillen.
I'm thinking of Ozzie Guillen. But he's a big time. Well, Jose Guillen had 214 home runs in his career, played 14 MLB seasons. So batted .270. Trying to see if he was ever a Rocky. He was not. But he played for a lot of teams.
Well, got Mel Rojas, pitcher.
Yep. I think
Cubby.
he was a Expo before this,
Yeah, he was an Expo since 1990.
and then he was a Cubby. He was an okay guy. I think mostly he was a bullpen guy.
Well, his ERA was really good over those years. In 92, he had a 1.43. That's
Yeah, I mean he was. It's like as a relief pitcher, he was effective. That's for sure.
all right. Then we got a name I can't say.
Who is that? Oh, Hasagawa. Shigetoshi.
Higatoshi Hasagawa.
That's going to be a tough name to spell.
Yeah. Well, and
I'm thinking if I can just get Shigetoshi in there. You silly thing.
there was
You know what? I'm going to get close.
I know that 97 Japanese players had just started coming into.
Yeah, his MLB debut was in 1997. So they were looking forward to him. 57, 45, 333 ERA, 515 strikeouts. Oh wait, that was his Japanese stats. He was 45 and 43, 370 ERA. He had a pretty good. He was an MLB All-Star in 2003 with the Mariners.
Got
Al Morris, good first baseman.
Yep, solid. Had a good career.
Solid.
Tim Worrell. I remember him. I remember watching him pitch against the Rockies.
Thing is, I think he was pretty effective against the Rockies, but then again, most pitchers were.
Well, those are the ones you remember, right? The ones that were always,
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, we're facing this guy today.
I mean, although at that time, I think he would have had to face the Blake Street Bombers. I think you're talking about facing guys like Burks and Bichette and Walker and Castilla. Yeah, it must be a car. It must be in every pack.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to be what builds out our wall too, because Hideo Nomo was a
His.
good pitcher.
It's like, he is the only pitcher in MLB history to throw a no-hitter at Coors Field.
Sure.
So it's like, that's a feat to do that.
I thought Al Leiter, hit us at Coors, but maybe it was in Florida. Tough.
Yeah, it was always tough to no-hit the Rockies, but
Hideo, he had such a funky delivery. I remember just watching it being like, how do you hit that? Because it's such a funky one.
yeah, it says the only no-hitter ever thrown at Coors Field was by Hideo Nomo in 1996. That year, in fact. Not bad for him. Luis. That guy doesn't get enough credit. We should put him in our outfield.
Yeah.
Luis Gonzalez was actually a very good.
Now, didn't he go on to manage?
I don't know if he went on to manage. I know he went on to play for the Diamondbacks and be.
I thought Luis Gonzalez went on to manage. All right, let's see here. Kevin Ory.
Luis Gonzalez, did he go on? I've just got to find it. It's like, now you got me curious. I got to know. No, it doesn't say that he went on to manage.
Huh.
Yeah, no, it has nothing on that.
Who's
that?
Kevin Ory. He was a Cubby.
You know what? I noticed that a lot of these rookies seem to be
There's a lot of Cubs.
Cubs. It's like the Cubs were like rebuilding or something and bringing everybody up that they could.
And we
He
got
played for 5 seasons. He had 22 home runs.
Griffey Jr.'s hot list. So that must be what the Ken Griffey Jr.'s hot list. We don't. He's had his fair share. Because
He's
problem is on this Andrew Jones card, it's red. So is the back.
yeah.
I don't know who thought that would be. Whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird. I wonder where he was standing when they took that picture.
And we got these a little bit of sticking on these cards. Not. Oh, Bartolo.
No way. Bartolo Colon was kind of thin.
Oh, he used to be. Then he turned into.
Look at that. Look at that svelte man there.
And he turned into big sexy, didn't he?
It's like, yeah, that's the first thing that pops up when you look him up. That's hilarious. He played 21 seasons in the MLB, 247 wins, 4.1 ERA, 2,500 strikeouts. Oh my God, that man played for so many teams.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna go up.
Holy smokes.
He's gonna go up on the wall next to Hideo because Bartolo was, he was all right.
You know what? He was the AL wins leader in 2005. He was the Cy Young winner in 2005. So not bad. Oh my God! We were talking about you.
Yep, Ozzy is the second Ian. We got him.
We got Ozzy and Jose. We filled out the list.
And it's going back to Bartolo. It was kind of nice to get a rookie card in that. That's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, I like Bartolo. I mean, he was just hey, it's Mark Grace.
Alan Watson.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Alan Watson.
Pitcher for the Angels. That was such a posed picture. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's a pose picture. He's not even standing on the mound. I'll bet you.
Tony Fernandez, second base.
Tony Fernandez was a pretty good second baseman. Do we even have a second baseman yet?
No, they're hard to find. We always run into trouble getting them on the wall.
Let's see if he could be. See if he could be our Mark Gardner. He was fine. That almost looks like a pose picture too.
Right. Look how good I can bunt. I'm a good bunting pitcher. Ooh.
You know, Tony Fernandez batted .288, had 2,200 hits and 844 runs batted in. He was a pretty good second baseman.
Well, we'll leave him.
It's like five-time All-Star World Series champion.
We'll leave him. You said, yeah, let's put him up there. Get him on the wall.
Yeah.
Javi Lopez was.
It's like Tony. Yeah, he was a good player.
Javi Lopez.
Hey, what was that catcher?
That was Javi Lopez. I would like to put him on the wall instead of Mike Piazza, but I think we already have Javi.
We have. And Piazza arguably would be a better one.
Daryl Kyle as a
future Rocky, Daryl Kyle.
Future bust of a Rocky.
Oh, we paid him so much money. The only one that could be more of a bust would be Mike Hampton.
And we got Aaron Boone. He's already got that one. Oh, another hot list. Got Albert Bell.
Well, we could put him in our outfield. We still only got 2 outfielders. Thing is, I think wasn't he a bad teammate? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I think if I was going to put I think I would put Andrew Jones up on the wall.
Oh, before Albert Bell?
Yeah. We'll keep looking. We only have 1 outfielder so far because we got just Griffey up there.
Really? We don't have... Yeah, I guess maybe we haven't.
And we got F.P. Santangelo, infield, outfield, utility guy.
Yeah, utility guy.
Eric Davis for the Orioles.
Yeah, he played a long time. I always liked Eric Davis. He was always one of my favorites.
We got Brett Boone. We got the other Boone.
There's another Boone. Sorry, Brett. Your brother's team loses. I think he's his brother. I have no idea.
Let's see. Orlando Merced. He was a good outfielder. I mean, serviceable for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Then we got Chris Gomez. Sorry, you're not going to beat out A-Rod.
No.
Hey, look at that. We got Frank Thomas. Now we got both the All-Star and the regular of Griffey and Thomas here.
Yeah, these cards, it's easier to fill out an All-Star team because you're going to get an All-Star in every pack.
Right. Well, it's kind of nice. Hey, the Gambler. We got the Gambler.
Kenny Rogers. Yeah, but he's in the Yankee uniform.
Yeah. All right. Here's a You Crash. We got the You Crash the Game card.
Ooh.
Let's see. This was one of their big inserts. Brady Anderson. They obviously a 90s card because look at the TV.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Like I said, that is, I mean, it's like it makes me want to watch the TV show Remote Control on MTV.
It's an MTV or Nickelodeon, I guess, depending on which one you want to look at.
It's like, holy smokes. That's the thing. This is definitely the most 90s pack that you could get.
This is essentially the same as the 2024 Topps Home Run Challenge. Because if the player hits the home run, you send in the money, they send you a parallel of his card. I actually won one of those this year. I'm going to get a Fernando Tatis.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, we got the Moose.
That is a guy that I'm glad he's in his Orioles because I know he went on to play with the Yankees, but I think he won World Series with the Yankees too.
I'd like to put him on the wall, but Hideo's probably a little.
Yeah, Hideo is a little bit better. He's probably better than Bartolo, but I like Bartolo better.
Cubby's solid catcher.
You know what? I like that name, Widger.
Widger.
Huh. It's like
our first true Rockies card, Kurt Manwaring.
It's like, isn't that amazing? Look at how many packs we've opened so far, and that's the first Rocky.
And it's a catcher. Not any
yeah, the solid catcher.
We're into like the Blake Street Bomber era, and now we're getting a catcher. Dave Burba.
He was fine for his time. He would have been like your second starter. He wouldn't have wanted him as your. Oh, that is not a good third baseman. We still don't have one, but that guy ain't gonna make it.
I like the picture though. It's a neat.
Yeah, it's a good picture. Good batting practice picture. Spring training, maybe. It's a good picture.
John Flaherty.
You know that there was a Flaherty that was on the Dodgers that won the World Series that was traded from the Tigers.
And Roberto Alomar. All-Star connection.
Well, there's the second baseman.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see, like we talked about with these All-Star cards, it's too easy to fill out the wall because they kind of pick them for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can still debate, if we find a better player.
Oh yeah.
Mariano Duncan. Not the right Mariano we want from the Yankees.
Tell you, if you could get a Rivera, but I don't remember when Rivera had to be playing at that time because that's the time the Yankees were dominant. I think the Yankees were winning World Series at that point, a lot of them.
Dude, what's with the Padres rookie?
Well, they like showing their rookies.
We got the big Hurt, on the hot list. Man, that's 3 big hurt cards all in one set.
He is solidifying his place as our first baseman. He says nobody else better take my place on that wall.
Got Ryan Jones, Blue Jays, first baseman.
Wow, could he have a more pedestrian name than Ryan Jones?
Hey, second Rocky.
Oh, the bad manager, Rocky.
But he
was such a bad. I'm sorry, but he made so many bad decisions.
He did have the flip up sunglasses all the time. I respected that. Lean, mean Willie Green.
Yeah, Willie Green. I mean, I can't remember if he was. Well, I'll tell you that Ryan Jones person. There's some celebrity that comes up before him, and Ryan Jones never actually played in the majors.
No.
Wow, never played in the majors. He never could get out of the minor leagues. That's so bad. But he played in the minors for 14 years.
Wally Joyner is one that comes up a lot in this particular set.
Look who's behind him, though. Mr. Punch in the Head.
Yep, Mr. Robin Ventura, who unfortunately only is remembered for one thing.
It's like, he was such a good player, but he was such a bad fighter.
Well, he might make our third base.
He could. He really could.
We don't have
that might give him a little bit of respect back. He now has 2 things he's known for. He's now the Packs for Breakfast third baseman, and got punched in the head by Nolan Ryan.
We don't currently have a third baseman, so he's gonna be up on the wall for third base.
Well, I'm gonna give him advice though. Don't charge the mound, Robin.
Especially against Nolan. Come on.
Yeah, the big Texan. It's like, just don't.
Rex Hudler. That's a name.
Yep. Well, he played for actually quite a few seasons, but I wouldn't say he was great. He was okay.
Let's see, and then we got Jose Guillen. We already talked about him. We're getting all the Guillen.
We did talk about you. He's beating Ozzy though in the amount of cards.
Lee Smith. He was on one of our teams, wasn't he?
I think we might have voted him out for Roberto Hernandez. Roberto Hernandez got the start over him.
And it looks like our first Cardinal. We haven't had to talk about Cardinals, and I've been really happy about that.
Look at that. It was almost a dream episode where you didn't have to mention a single Cardinal. And then Matt Morris says, Here I am. I'm here to talk to you. Yeah. Matt Morris played good. Played well.
I know. I don't want to talk about him. I want to talk about Joe Girardi.
He was a future Rocky.
He was a future Rocky. I believe twice. Didn't he come back?
I don't remember if he came back, but it's like he was definitely our catcher for a bit.
Yeah, Andy Ashby.
He was a good pitcher for a while. Now, did Ashby come to Colorado, or am I misremembering that? Or was he always?
I don't believe so, but I'm still like, why are we getting so many Padre pitchers? That's a weird.
No, he did not play for us twice. He played for the Cubs twice, but not us.
Garrett Anderson, Joey Hamilton. See, look, there's another Padres pitcher. I mean, what in the world, man?
We should have seen if we could fill out the entire Padres roster.
Oh, well, we're not going to put Cal up there because Cal's already been on the wall. So we'll give Robin Ventura. But everybody knows that Cal Ripken beats out Robin Ventura every time.
Well, but Cal Ripken was a shortstop. he would have to take A-Rod's spot.
Wasn't he third base at that? Yeah, he was third base at that.
Oh, because he was so far into his career.
Yeah, I think they took him over, put him on the corner.
Yeah, I mean, they eventually did the same thing. Well, they did the same thing with A-Rod because Derek Jeter is a prick. Yeah, late in his career, he was a third baseman. Played all of his seasons with the Orioles. I love players that do that.
We got another "You Crashed the Game" card here. Let's see who it is. It's a little bit kind of a lot sticky. But
The '90s will not let go.
all right, we got Andrew Jones. That's a good one. Now I got two on the Andrew Jones and backs, which I liked Andrew Jones, so that was okay with that.
You know what always bugged me about Andrew Jones?
What's that?
That you, and through the U. It always bugged me. It's like, that's such a weird way to spell your Andrew. I'd call him Andrew.
Todd Hundley, good catcher, solid catcher.
Yep. Hey, here we go. Here we go. We know it's a Rocky rookie.
Derek Gibson never did anything.
A Rocky rookie that never did anything.
Right.
Thank you, Derek Gibson. Boy, it takes a while to find him.
Ray Durham.
Ray Durham was pretty good for a while. He had 14 hits and 2 home runs.
All right.
Derek Gibson. He did make the majors, though.
Daryl Kyle already hit his card.
We already laughed at you, Daryl.
Tony Percival. Troy Percival.
He was good for a while, too. But he's not better than Hideo.
I used to like the Angels in '97. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. I still kind of like the Angels. But they can't get over that hump, and they will spend the money sometimes.
And I was a huge Astros fan back then because of Biggio and Bagwell, and we got Juan Gonzalez. Hard to focus on the card because Juan Gonzalez. I think we had him in a previous team as well.
I think he was either our first or second as an outfielder for one of these teams.
Yeah, this is going to end up being a very shiny back wall for our all-star team. When
so much shininess.
When you do your videos later in the week, good luck with the lighting.
Yeah, no, I get it.
We can't go a week without getting Ed Tavenzi.
It's like, hi Ed, it's good to see you again.
We got another
see you next time.
Another Crash the Game, which we're doing pretty good on Insta here. Ooh, Rafi.
That's a good first baseman too.
Yeah, I don't know if he's better than Frank
it's
Thomas.
not better than Frank. I think we've even had Rafael Palmeiro as a player as our first baseman before too. But we've had Frank, but Frank's great.
How funny.
Oh, I do not like you. I do not like Derek Jeter. The only thing is you can probably sell that card for $5 because it's Derek Jeter.
Well, and then so it's kind of funny because when Jeter and A-Rod were both Yankees, one of them had to move over because they couldn't both play short, of course. So I think.
Well, but see, the thing is, it's like A-Rod was the better shortstop, and Derek Jeter would not move over. And it's like, and I felt like that was a bad teammate move, but nobody ever points that out, that Derek Jeter was actually a bad teammate because he weakened the team. Because A-Rod was more athletic, had a stronger arm, better range at shortstop, and Derek Jeter should have been the one to move. But Derek Jeter hated A-Rod, and I'm sorry, but Derek Jeter is an arrogant prick. And it's just like he would not move over, and I've always despised Jeter. I've always thought he's overrated. That's my rant on Derek Jeter.
Riggs.
Riggs.
Got Adam Riggs. LA pitcher. Don't really care about it.
Was he good?
I don't know.
Was he good? Was he good?
Your hatred
Was
for
he good?
Jeter is
Yes, if
my
he was
hatred
good or
for
not.
the Dodgers. Matches your hatred for Jeter.
Sure does.
Oh, and there's another one. Can't go a week without getting Jeff Blauser.
Can't do it. Cannot do it. That tells you though that he's played a long time because he was in every year.
All right, we got
He
another.
always got a blouse.
We got another insert of big shots. Oh, it's an A-Rod. Big shots. That's a cool picture.
See, better than Jeter. Even his insert card is better than Jeter's was. That just tells you.
We got this guy again. Daryl. And
Daryl.
Barry Larkin, one of my, all-time favorites. If it would.
We have had a good shortstop day, that's for sure.
It is a shortstop day. There's no doubt about that.
It's the only thing that ruins it is Derek Jeter, who should have been a third baseman.
I really like this set. I wish in 1997 I would have put more money into Upper Deck because I'm enjoying this.
Oh yeah, it's a good set.
All right, there's your not Rocky Ashby.
There's not Rocky Andy Ashby. Even though I don't know why, it's like I put him in my mind. He was a Rocky.
Got Berto Kelly. We got to find another outfield. We got.
You know what? I'm going to tell you this right now. I was right. Andy Ashby was a Rocky.
Oh.
He was a Rocky in our inaugural season in 1993. He went to the Braves after. I thought he was. That's a good second baseman right there.
Yeah, who did we have for second base?
Roberto Alomar. Let's put Biggio there. I like Biggio.
Okay. I mean, I'm all for that. I was an Astros fan because of Biggio and Bagwell, so. Oh, Pat Klein.
Patsy Cline. Is he going to start singing? You know what? I'm gonna look up Pat Klein, and I am never gonna come up with this guy's name.
Yeah, you would have to put in Pat Klein Cubs.
Yeah, Pat Klein baseball player or something. It's like because you're not gonna find Pat Klein. Oh wow, they just do not want to talk. Pat Klein, all they do is give his college statistics because he didn't make the pros.
Oh well, he got a baseball card.
Yeah, but the thing is, I must be spelling his name wrong or something because it's not coming up with that guy. Because the Pat Klein I got was from 2016. Sorry, Pat Klein, you're one of the few people we can't actually look up unless I'm spelling your name wrong.
And obviously, Tony Gwynn would go on our wall as outfielder, but he was last week, so I'm not going to that yet.
Tony Gwynn's been in two teams. He was in our inaugural team, and then he was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Always a great player to have, but it's like he's definitely spending a lot of time in our outfield. He had a lot of stolen bases. Did you know that?
Yeah, we talked about Tewksbury.
He's like Ed Taubensee if he was a pitcher.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. That's a very good pitcher, too. We haven't had a Maddox or a Glavine, but we got a Smoltz.
We got a Smoltz. All right, we got another insert here. Host of the town, Paul Molitor. He's going to be our DH.
Yeah, it's like Paul Molitor was a very good choice at DH. You know what? Luis Gonzalez is an outfielder. We might have three outfielders.
We got Rico Bronya. I always liked this guy because his name made me think of bologna for some reason.
I like the name Rico Bronya. It's a good name. He only had 3 home runs in his career. No, he had 106 home runs in his career. Played for 10 seasons.
Royal
Good
Leary,
name, good player.
another Padre. We got the whole Padres team from '97.
I'm
Jeez.
telling you, we could have put up the all Padres team in this episode. We would have had the starting five and half the bullpen.
Ah, man, there's an outfielder for us. If I can get it to focus on. And it's Manny Ramirez.
I liked Manny Ramirez. He was kind of an odd duck, but thing is, you're going to have to pull like Luis Gonzalez off the wall.
I already did. We got.
Did you? No, I
we,
think he's hiding behind somebody.
Oh no, there he is. So, no, we got Luis and Griffey are our only 2 outfielders.
I thought we had somebody else on the far left-hand side.
Nope. I think we're pretty full out. We got our team now.
I think we got the team then. That's good. Now we just see if anybody can replace any of these guys.
Yep, and I'm having fun with these packs, so I'm gonna keep opening them. Dave Burba. Here we go. Burba. Got Dan Nolte.
Okay, he might have been something, but I don't remember him.
Oh, the Big Mac.
Yeah, it's like Big Mac. You're a couple years away from saving baseball and not getting any credit for it.
Nope. He was all the rage, Randy.
He was. Who, Alex Ochoa? I could imagine. Look at that. Look at that. That's a staged picture.
Delino.
I'm not sure what he was going for there.
We see Delino a lot. He was a Dodger. Yep. Now he's a Cardinal. Both teams I
Boy,
despise.
he really did not want you to like him, did he?
We got Kevin Foster. I think we talked about him.
Yep. He was like first or second pack.
Another one of my favorites, Jose Vizcaino.
He started out as a Cubby.
And I didn't like the Giants in the NL West, but I did like Jose.
Yeah, Jose Vizcaino started out as a Cub. It's like I liked Jose Vizcaino. He was going to be the replacement for Sean Dunston.
Julio Santana and Bernie Williams.
Yeah, but he's a Yankee there.
Is he Yankee?
Don't get me wrong. Bernie Williams was a very good outfielder, and I mean he played a crucial role in some of those Yankees World Series wins. And I had respect for Bernie Williams. It's like even as a Yankee, I had a lot of respect for Bernie.
You had respect for a Yankee?
Yep. Well, Don Mattingly, Bernie Williams, Paul O'Neill, Mariano Rivera.
They of course always have good teams. So
yeah. So I mean, there are just some players that's like you just gotta admire their greatness, but not Derek Jeter.
Oh, we got an Indians rookie here, Richie Sexson.
He had a long career. I don't think he was the greatest player, but Richie Sexson played for a long time, so that's a good rookie card, but it's not going to be worth anything more than a nickel.
Then we got
Big Mo Vaughn.
Big Mo Vaughn. We should probably put him in over Frank Thomas just because we haven't talked about him yet.
Yeah, and we've had Frank Thomas on a couple teams. I mean, Frank Thomas to me is one of the best, but I liked Mo Vaughn. Let's give him a little time to shine.
We're gonna replace. I mean, I hate to do it because Mo Vaughn didn't really have the same career as.
Not even close.
It's all
293 career batting average for an outfielder or for a first baseman. 328 home runs. Played about 12 or he was a 3-time All-Star. He was the AL MVP in 1995. So Big Mo Vaughn. I mean, I know that probably Big Poppy gets more, um, gets more love for first, but Mo Vaughn was pre-Poppy.
Well, this is going to be a good set for you to do on your video series.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great players up there.
You really got to like anybody named Bubba.
Yeah. Well, and Bubba Trammell. I mean, Andy's playing for the Tigers. It's another Trammell playing for the Tigers.
Right?
So it's like, I don't think Bubba Trammell will have quite the same resume as. I'm wondering if Bubba Trammell was any way related to. It's like he only played. He had like 82 home runs. Only played one season with the Tigers.
David Cone, always a good pitcher.
Oh, we get so many Yankees in this.
I know, and it's two in a row because Mariano Duncan's.
Why can't you be Rivera?
Then you got Mark Lemke, good second base.
Well, we got the Braves. We've got a couple of the Braves infield up the middle there. We had Javi Lopez earlier. We are almost with Smoltz. Holy crap! And Andrew Jones is a center fielder. We've got the entire middle of the baseball team.
Yep.
Because we've got the catcher, we've got Smoltz as the pitcher, we've got our second baseman and our shortstop, Blauser and Lemke, and then we got Andrew Jones to put in center. Wow. We did it.
Omar Oliveras.
He was a pretty good player. I almost say that Omar Oliveras ended up a Rocky at some point. Of course, now it's just probably every pitcher on the planet was.
And we got Jose Canseco.
Hi, Jose Canseco.
Yeah, he's been
on. Do you have anything in a book?
He's been on the wall. He doesn't get.
Omar Oliveras was a Rocky for one season in 1995.
Kelly, there's Paul O'Neill.
Pretty good. There's Paul O'Neill. A lot of respect for him. He was a very good outfielder. You don't get to go up on the wall, though. I'm sorry. You're a Yankee.
There's just too much fire.
Almost
too much firepower this week. Rex Hudler.
There's the Hudler.
Tim Wakefield, good pitcher.
There's a knuckleballer.
I like the knuckleballer.
Played for a long time. You know what? I'm wondering if he would have. I'm wondering how well the knuckleball works at Coors. Probably not at all.
It does not dance as well at Coors. There's not enough air. And
it's just going to dance right into your bat and go for home runs.
I would take Pudge over Piazza every time, but I think Pudge was our catcher last week.
Yeah, the last time we did this, Ivan Rodriguez was. Because I think he was in the battery with Randy Johnson and Roberto Hernandez.
Johnny Damon.
Hey, look, he hasn't even become a Red Sox or a Yankee at that point in his career.
Right? He was a Kansas City Royal.
It's like, oh, there's a favorite of yours. And a future Rocky.
And a favorite of. I liked Pedro. I thought he was.
Oh yeah.
He was a good pitcher, especially at Coors.
Yeah, I liked Pedro Stasio. It's like I wish he'd have had a better career here, but he had a pretty good career. He really was one of the Rockies' better pitchers.
All right, we're starting to get a lot of Cardinals and Yankees. The hell. Tewksbury. Cecil Fielder.
Big Cecil. Let's put him at first. No.
Yeah. Docker.
fortunate of a last name do you have to be called Stalker?
John Olerud. Man, one of my favorites.
And not in a Blue Jays uniform.
Charlie O'Brien. Man, we really started getting less of the. That's a different one. Pat Henkin.
Yeah, Pat Henkin for the Blue Jays. He was a real good pitcher then. I think he was at that point their number one starter. He was their best pitcher at that time.
We started losing. We were thin on inserts in that last couple packs. I'm hoping we can rally again. Let's see.
Put on the rally caps.
Yep, flip them out inside out. Billy Davis.
Yeah, sorry, Chili. We've already got our DH this week. I think Chili has been an outfielder.
Oh,
Look at Chipper.
Jones.
Now, who's our third baseman?
Our third baseman is Ventura, so he's out.
Yeah, you got to have Chipper.
You had your chance, Robin.
You had your chance to be known for something else other than the punches, but Chipper's too good. You got to have Chipper Jones as I like that pick.
Randy, this is going to be a hard, not a hard week for your all-star team lineup, but it's going to be a really good week. You got a lot of heat on that board.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of very talented players up there.
I'm going to go ahead and say that there's a good chance this rivals our first team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like, because I think Hideo Nomo matches up easily with Jack Morris.
See, and Charlie Hayes, I knew he was on that Yankees team that beat the Braves and came back from down to win the series.
Yeah, and that was after his Rockies days.
All right, we got Kevin Elster,
who was a fine player of his time.
We got a big shots insert. Ooh, Scott Rowland.
Keep rolling.
Very good.
But Chipper Jones is better.
Yeah, no, and Scott Rowland was a very good player. Now, he did make the Hall of Fame recently, right?
He did a couple years ago.
Lou Collier. Cool picture.
Yeah, cool picture, but he just says infielder, which means.
Got Big Mac All-Star card that. He's just, really, just starting to get ripped at that point.
I mean, really, if you want a hitter with Frank Thomas or Mark McGwire at first base, but it's like we just move on. Movon hasn't gotten to be on any of these teams.
All right, we're gonna do one more pack, and then we're gonna do the big 5x7 blow up card that came in this hobby box. And starting as we are finishing off like we started, we got Brett Boone.
Yeah, and started off with a Boone and ended with a Boone. Here comes the Boone.
And we got Steve's. Oh my God! Look at this picture.
You wonder if they send these things to the players and say, is this really the picture you want?
Oh my gosh. That's probably one of the worst pictures I've ever seen.
But you know what? It's like, oh, there's Greg. Yeah. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Greg has not gotten to be a starter on any of our teams.
I know, and that's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like, to me, he's one of the all-time greats.
He'll make it. We'll get him in there.
It's just we have not had any Nomo cards. I mean, this is the first one we ever got.
Got Lance Johnson, Andy Bennis, good pitcher.
Yep.
He was a Cardinal, which
Of course, you have Alan Bennis, who is a not as good pitcher.
we got Brant Brown, the Cubbies rookie debut.
Yeah, he didn't have much of a career. We already looked.
Juan Guzman.
Oh, so that would have probably been the number one at the time for the Blue Jays. Would have been Juan Guzman and then Henkin.
Now,
they were both really good.
Now here's the thing: it must be an insert because we got Juan Guzman and we got Juan Guzman. So this next card must be an insert. So hopefully,
gotta be.
Nope, same card.
Nope.
I hate it when they do that. They just gave me two of the same card. I hate it. And it happens.
That's terrible.
It happens more than you think. Then we got I know it's hard. Terry Steinbeck.
The ultimate of the solid catchers as an all-star.
I think we ended last week on that solid catcher.
Well, here's the fun part. He was the ultimate solid catcher that he became an all-star, being the ultimate solid catcher.
Right.
It's like being the best mediocre catcher of all time gets you an all-star game.
Oh. Look at that. All right. So it was kind of neat the way they packaged this. They just put some styrofoam over the big blow-up card, and it said, look underneath to find it. And I did. Very happy with that.
Let me guess. It's Scott Leyes.
Oh.
Oh, wow. So wait, what are all the rings? He didn't win all those. Those are those like hitting titles?
No,
what are all the rings?
They're World Series or Major League. I can't read them, but I bet it'll tell us. Oh, those are batting championships.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say because he never won. I don't think he ever won a World Series.
But really cool card.
It is a cool card. Yeah, 6-time batting champion at that point. I think he still had a couple more batting titles left in him, even after that.
Yeah, because he had 7 through 96. Well, that's a neat card.
It is a neat card.
I like that. It's a good picture. It's like a really just well done card.
Yeah, he was an 8-time batting champion. So he still had another one of those to go.
All right, Randy. Well, look at that wall. That's quite the wall of fame there. I mean,
oh yeah,
got your work set out for you this week. But guess what? The research isn't going to be too hard because you're gonna be able to find all of these guys.
Oh, it'll be easy. And I'm going to tell the story again of my hatred for Derek Jeter when I talk about Alex Gonzalez. I know I am. There will not be a way I will not be able to keep from doing that.
You're going to make it controversial is what you're going to say.
It's like, you know what? I don't care. It's like, you know what? The only people that I could understand that really liked Derek Jeter were all the women that he decided to spend time with.
Right.
It's like him and his little gift basket. What a weirdo.
Well, I think that was a pretty successful show, Randy, I would say.
Oh yeah. It's like there was so many good cards. Good set too.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy. I wish I would have spent more time on the 97 upper decks and I could have gone away from tops, you know?
Yeah. It's like those all-star cards are very cool looking.
Yep. So and I like the big shots card. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. I don't think I would have ever gotten a big shots card because I'd have never bought a hobby box, but
well, yeah, I never had money for a hobby box, but
yeah, even back in 97, I could have bought a hobby box because I was working, but at the time I think I was making like $6.50 an hour.
Sure.
back in '97.
Sounds about
So
right.
I wasn't making the big bucks. I
Well,
definitely wasn't CEO of anything or living in Aruba.
I think we can go ahead and end it on that, Randy. Thanks again for joining me this week. We had opened up quite a few packs, had a really nice time doing that. We got some
Oh yeah.
most definitely Hall of Famers on the board. Can't wait to see your breakdown of these guys. Got a Bartolo Colon rookie card when he was skinny.
Yep. It's like the man looks like he could have been a closer at that time, which is probably where I'm going to put him.
He's he's the closer.
He's going to be our closer. It's like no snacking in between while the other guy's starting, Bartolo. I see your future. It's heavy.
Hey, but he could hit a home run.
He could. He could. Exciting. It was an exciting moment in time, too. A big man to take that swing and belt it over the wall.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us this week. Once again, we'll have our daily videos up. Randy will do his recap of the All-Star team. And definitely tune back in to check that out. And we will see you guys next week with, I believe it's going to be 90-91 Skybox basketball. It's going to be 90-91 Skybox, which should be fun. We'll have a special guest.
We'll talk some basketball.
Basketball, changing it up a little bit.
Talk about an all-star team that'll be easier to put together.
Yeah, that one won't be so bad.
It's like you're talking center, 2 forwards, 2 guards, maybe a 6th man.
Right. So, thanks again, Randy. Everybody, thanks for joining, and we'll catch you next week.